Dear students, from the last few classes we are discussing examples of subspaces. Today we are going to explore some more examples. So what we are waiting for? Let us start. So today the first example that we are going to talk about is collection of 3 by 3 matrices such that A is equal to A transpose. Now you will wonder what exactly A is equal to A transpose means. Don't worry, the concept is really simple. Such type of matrices have a specific name and they are called as symmetric matrices. Thus over here I have written the definition of symmetric matrix. A square matrix A is equal to Aij. Note that again it should be a square matrix is said to be a symmetric if Aij is equal to Aj, and same can be written as A is equal to A transpose. Now the question is, what is the meaning of this exactly? This can be understood if we go through an example here. Since we are discussing the set of 3 by 3 matrices, so let us go for that example itself. But before that, just I will write a general 3 by 3 matrix. So a general 3 by 3 matrix in the notation Aij as it is given here can be written as, so it will be A11, A12, A13, A21, A22, A23, A31, A32, A33. I hope this is visible. If not, let me just expand it a bit. Yeah. So now Aij should be equal to Aj. What is the meaning? So this A12 and A21 should be exactly same. So instead of A21 I will write A12 because both the elements should be same. Next A13 should be equal to A31. So over here I will write A13. And next is this A23 should be equal to A32. So here I will write A23. So just note one thing. These two elements and these two elements should be same. So there is no restriction on the elements on the diagonal. So if we are having such a matrix, then we say that the matrix is symmetric. Let me immediately give an example. Suppose I am having a matrix, let us say 1 0 5 0 10 6 5 6 11. Okay, now if you observe carefully, these two entries are same, these two entries are same, and these two entries are also same. Thus this is an example of a symmetric matrix that can be understood by finding A transpose. Now what will be my A transpose? So simply transpose your columns to rows or rows to columns, okay, anything, it is one and the same. So I will write first column as 105. So row has been converted to column. Similar thing, 0 10 6 5 6 11, and as you can observe, two matrices are same. So this is an example of a symmetric matrix. So therefore this set W can be written in this notation. So I will write it properly and come back. Yeah, this set can be written as, so A B C, so over here B D E, over here it should be C, over here it should be E, and over here it should be F, such that this A B C D E and F are members of R. Okay, so this is how our W will look like. Now the process is same. Now try to understand what is the speciality of elements of W. So the speciality is that these two elements are always equal. Again this one and this one is also same, and this is same. So before going ahead, we need to prove that this W is non-empty. So the vector that we are going to think of is a 0 vector, and that can be easily observed that this 0 vector or the 0 matrix is symmetric, right? So directly I will say as it belongs to W, therefore W is non-empty. Now no issues for subset, so I will say clearly W is a subset of M3 of R. Now we will start proving the properties of set closed under addition and scalar multiplication. If that both the properties are satisfied, then we can say that this W is a subspace. So I will give the notations as A1 and B1. So I will say let A1 is equal to belonging to W be any elements. Now we have to check whether A1 plus A2 belongs to W or not. So I will consider A1 plus A2, and one can easily observe that these two elements are same. This one and this one is also same, and these two elements are also same. Thus this element belongs to W, and therefore W is closed under addition. Now moving towards the next property, that is closed under scalar multiplication. So we will take one element of R, we will call it as alpha, and we will take another element of W, and I will give the notation as matrix A. So I will say let alpha belonging to R and A from W. So how it will look like? Yeah, symmetric matrix, right? So A, B, C, B, D, E, over here what should I write? C, E, F belonging to W be any elements. Now we have to check whether this alpha A belongs to W or not. So I will consider alpha A, and one can easily see that again these two elements are same, this one and this one is same, and these two are also same. Thus this element belongs to W, no issues with that, and therefore W is closed under scalar multiplication, and therefore W is a subspace. Now moving towards the next example, over here now, I forgot to tell one thing, that the same idea can be extended to Mn of R here as well. I mean, if we take A is equal to Mn of R such that A is equal to A transpose and B is equal to Mn of R, still this result will be true, okay, and the similar thing will happen for this result as well. Now the difference is over here we are having collection of skew symmetric matrices. Now let us try to understand what exactly skew symmetric matrix is. So again I will take a matrix A in terms of our general notations that we always use, and we will try to understand what exactly should be the example of skew symmetric matrix. Now according to the condition Aij is equal to minus Aj, let us see if I is equal to j, then what happens here. So I will say if I is equal to j, then what is the condition? Then the condition Aij is equal to minus Aj will imply Aii is equal to minus Aii, correct? And if you shift this Aii on this side, or you can say by adding Aii on the both sides, you will get, this will imply twice Aii is equal to 0, and this will imply Aii is equal to 0. So it means, what does Aii represent? Aii represents what? The diagonal entries. So in other words, note that in skew symmetric matrices your diagonal entries are always equal to 0. That is the first thing to note. So just I will erase these diagonal entries, and here I will write 0, 0 and 0. Now the question is left of the other entries, and that is pretty simple. So according to that condition, our A12 should be equal to minus A21, or A21 should be equal to minus A12 in other words. So over here we will have minus A12, similarly over here we will have minus A13, and over here we will have minus A23. So this is how a general skew symmetric matrix of order 3 will look like. And if you want to give an example, example can be given easily. Let me write it here, okay. Let us say 0, 1, 2, then here minus 1, 0, 3, then over here minus 2, minus 3 and 0. So this is the example of a skew symmetric matrix, and maybe I will shift this general matrix somewhere here. Yeah, and maybe, yeah, that's it. So this matrix can be written as, so 0 A B, this is minus A, 0 C, thus this will be minus B, this will be minus C, and this is going to be 0, such that this A, B, C belongs to R. Now rest of the things is for homework. This problem can be solved by you. So what is the speciality of this matrices in W? First of all the diagonal entries should be 0, and just focus on these entries. So when you multiply by minus to this entry, you should get this entry. By after multiplying minus sign to this entry, you should get this entry, and similarly for the C. So if these things are satisfying, then we can say that the matrix belongs to this collection, and this idea also can be extended to Mn of R.